Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on in. See if I can hit the right scene. Oh, yes. This is the kind of day that I've been having. I swear, I'm back in town and suddenly everything decides to break in all sorts of creative ways. So yeah, welcome on in. Hey, 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 Kelvin and Magus. So yeah, Kitty's back in town. Okay. So, Porgs. I'm probably going to cover this again later. Staged is a dingus and a dunderbutt. And may have commented on the fact that I make almost Porg-like noises in response to a bunch of things, you know, dropping things, randomly bumping into things. So what does he do? This came the day after Valentine's Day, but yep, I have a Porg. This Porg is fantastic and was my co-pilot when I went to Pennsylvania this week. So, still looking for official name for this Porg. So, still working on it. I have referred to him as Porky the Porg, but I don't know if that name is canon yet, so we're gonna have to see. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna put him, set him right here for now. But yeah, so I was out of town, and I've been sitting here and going out of my mind because we did a lot of stuff in the last llama-llama stream, and I've been itching to get back to it. But obviously out of town doesn't work so well. So the main crap, spelling inconsequential. I would argue that apparently the spelling was inconsequential there. Wow, I can speak. But yeah. Also, oh no. Call my attention to it if the camera stutters more. I was trying to fix settings so that the image of there we go, that's the stack I'm looking for. I was trying to fix it so that this image would be clearer. I know the color balance is a little weird, but I was trying to fix it so that this would be clearer. And I think I broke something. Yeah, llama addict is gonna need a llama. So got a couple goals today. Camera, don't you do this to me. So we have Gate of Illusion stuff to be mapping, which is awesome, and I love the music. I mean, my hands are pretty stubby to begin with. Yeah, that would be in line, because the camera's tilted a little bit. So it's a little bit closer to here than the ends of my fingers. So this would be more right. I have short, stubby fingers. But the other thing that I would like to finish is the Temple of Moonlight, which we've explored basically all of this. But I want to finish the mapping. So I think we're going to start off though with some of the Gate of Illusion stuff, which, oh man, I love. Nope, it's definitely genetics. I drew the short end of the stick. Drew the short straw. Whatever short jokes we want to make with this. Fun fact: Kittybard is 5'2". I am short. The only reason why I look when we have staged here, well, the only reason that I really have, or or rather that we're able to line up vertically, is using, yep, short end of the stick, but so, the only reason why Staged and I are at the same level approximately is his seat is lower than mine, and the camera is here. So it ends up being closer to me than to him. Beaten with the short end of the stick, you know. Let's see, so Megas, you shared your cat with a YouTuber because she was in front of the TV as this episode went rolling? Oh, man. The legendary Flufferus. I love your cat, by the way. So one of the things I got to do last week, while we're catching up before we get fully into the mapping part of this, one of the things that I got to do last week, words, is, so I picked up some stuff from my family's place, and it meant that I got to visit with my cat. So I have more pictures of my cat, which I need to go through because I took like 100 of them. I don't get to visit him very often. He's an old cat. He's like 14 at this point. Has arthritis in his hips, sinus damage from when he was a kitten, all sorts of things. But I love him dearly. He is my tub of lard. And I've got some pictures of him that I'm going to be putting in cute stuff as I sift through them. So I'll try not to post them all in one go. But yeah. Also just to touch base really quick. So yep, I was out of town last week. We didn't have streams. That sucked. I missed getting to hang out with y'all. I really did. So this week, yeah, we're obviously starting it off with a mapping stream right now, which I'm gonna launch into momentarily. And we've got Rogue Legacy tomorrow. We've got an exploration-focused la-mulana stream on Wednesday, and then on Thursday. Oh, thank you so much for the support, Nightfall. I love your pun. Nightfall says, so kittybard, I'm short on money to give you, but here's a quarter. So, no, we've got, on Thursday, we're going to be starting I know I talked a while ago about doing reading nights in my Discord. We're going to be actually starting that. So the first, and it's going to be a weekly sort of thing. I've picked out the first book that we're going to do for it, which is going to be The Book Thief by Marcus Zizek, which is fantastic. It has amazing descriptions, and we're going to be doing, basically, reading it until it's done. Or y'all riot and tell me to read something else. But I'm going to be, so that's going to be on Thursday evening. That's going to be a live event in voice in my Discord. But I'm going to be seeing about getting a clean recording of it and making it privately available as a community archive. So that people can catch up, you know, have it on in the background while they work, whatever. So we got some good stuff there. I'm going to be out of town again this weekend, so no weekend streams this weekend. Dead Cells is still in the mix. That's going to be next weekend, it looks like. And is there anything else other than the kitchen sink that I need to throw in here? We're going to be getting rolling on a bunch of projects and stuff over the coming weeks. So things that I've talked about and teased before, the idea of doing the Rogue Legacy race, doing the Hell Kitty relay, eventually la-mulana randomizers. We're going to be laying a bunch of the framework for that. So expect ongoing updates, and if you want to come, you know, help out with anything with that, have any ideas, whatever, just hit me up. So, boom. Words, things, stuff. I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes talking with barely touching the maps. I'm good at this mapping stream thing. So, let's launch into this. Yeah, last time we wound up with Eden, which I know a lot of people were anticipating, and it was fun. Stage was a little bit salty because he happened to be out of the room when when I, triggered Eden. It's a sign. But, no, I loved last stream. Like, it was too damn long ago. I loved doing the whatchamacallit, the So Stylish stream. That was a blast. That was a good idea. Like, that was just a lot of fun. I know the stream ran long, and there's like half an hour at the end that we can blame on staged. But it's just good as a whole. I am getting more comfortable with it. It's... part of it... So I've never really liked how I look for the most part. Is one of the reasons why I know I was self-conscious to begin with respect to cam streaming. I was really self-conscious. Like, here's a fun fact. So I wear glasses, right? I don't like how I look without glasses. Which is one of several reasons why, you know, I'm basically never going to wind up with contacts. But I'm not... Historically, I haven't been happy with my own appearance. Now, over the past year and change, I've gotten a lot better about it. I'm still self-conscious, but I can roll with it. Actually, it's a little more than the past year. I'm gonna say the past, like, 2.5 years. So, I've worn glasses since about 6th grade. Up until then, I didn't have them. So for me, you know, as a kid, I look at pictures of myself as a kid, and I don't like it. Sorry, angling this a little bit so that I can better do this. So growing up, my dad wears glasses, my mom wears glasses, my little brother wears glasses. My little brother's about 5.5 years younger than me, so it wasn't as relevant when I was sort of forming my sense of, you know, what looks normal. Need to shift this line up a little bit. But, no, to illustrate. I mean, it's not that I think I look bad, it's just that I don't like how I look so much like this. You know, plus can't see. But I'm just not as much a fan of how I look without glasses. Yeah. I got lucky in my family, though. The rest of my family members all have some variety of astigmatism. And my mother's vision is deteriorating pretty badly. She's been wearing bifocals for a couple of years at this point. Something tells me that we're just gonna have badly scaled maps today, and I'm not a fan of this. I need to... If I can get one of these sectioned off right, I think I'll be able to do better. Because it's also, I sort of automatically line up according to some of the lines that are on this. Because I'm using engineering paper, which has a grid. But, no, in my family, everyone else has an astigmatism, and or needs bifocals, and has for at least 10 years or so. Because I think, yeah, it was a little after my mom turned 40, I think, that she started needing bifocals. Hopefully I don't wind up in the same boat. That would be unfriendly, but I also don't exactly expect to get off easy on that one. But, no, everyone else in my family has some variety of astigmatism or something that complicates the vision correction process. But for me, it's just straight up, I'm nearsighted. My dad's a little bit farsighted. My mom started off just nearsighted and that needs multiple the composite, like bifocal, or I think she was talking about getting trifocal lenses. And then my brother is nearsighted. Well, let's see. We have a friend who's always a snazzy dresser. Very similar to Barney Stinson. One day you saw that. Yeah. No, it's when you get used to how someone is. Deviation from that is just like, you don't look right. And thank you again, Nightfall. Nightfall says, I know it's a small amount, kittybard, just short of $1. Here's 50 more bits to bring that to a 75 all. Thank you so much for the support. Like, it really does mean the world to me. I'm just trying to make the world a little bit of a brighter place in the end. That's, like, that's what I'm trying to do. And when people show appreciation like that, it's a huge thing for me. Thank you. But yeah. So. I mean, I did say bring on the short jokes. And to be fair, we kind of thrive off of puns here. I mean, when Staged is here, we wouldn't be able to say anything if there weren't puns involved. Although occasionally I make puns on Porpoise that you catch even him off guard. I keep on making the callback to the Dolphin Combat Vehicle Porpoise pun. It's pretty beautiful. Punmageddon. That's what it turns into when Staged and I really start riffing. There was a point where we were talking while I was driving, because I hang out in voice chat a lot while driving long distances, because it helps me honestly stay more focused, get more safely from point A to point B, destination-wise. He and I were just riffing constantly, and it was beautiful. We ended up with, like... there was at least a dozen puns in one of the exchanges. It was... The picture of your cat on Twitter now has more likes than the video itself. Yep, that is the power of floof. It's all good, Nightfall. You might even say that they're in short supply. And somewhere Stage just cringed. But no, I just... yeah, my mapping is just off today. This is gonna be fun. Oh, and I forgot to border the room. So, I know one of the things that I mentioned in the announcement in my Discord before going live today is that we're... Oh, that's not even... is that I'm gonna have to develop a new notation system because of Mega says, hey, don't sell yourself short. I bet you have a large amount of puns to give us. So we're gonna have to develop new notation though for dealing with this. So one of the things in the Gate of Illusion here, I'll try and demo quickly. I have to find one. Oop. Give me a sec, I'm looking for one of the walls in question. Because... screw it. I'll show you on one of the other screens as I head back to... So you see to my right how this wall has the little sort of wavy texture to it? It almost has a haze in front of it. That means that that wall has a teleport effect associated with it. Oh my god. The one that's 2 levels up from me on the left side of it has the same sort of effect, right? So, for an area called the Gate of Illusion, yep, there's teleport walls. Shocker, being in the Gate of Illusion. So that's one of the things that we have to keep an eye out for here. And that's going to make the mapping process more interesting. Because I need a way to note it. I was a dunderbutt. I meant to pick up another color of pen. Because for our mapping we use orange and red and blue and here's another blue and black and a marker and pencil and eraser. I was gonna grab something like a green pen though. Or at least a set of pens that has green in it. So what I'm thinking is, you know how we have a key for the, or rather, when I actually get everything's labeled, brain. We end up with, let me try and show. So the little red portions, or spots there, are, I can brain and word, I swear. Those are tablets, and they have a letter designation, right? So my thought on this is that if it turns out that there's a directional impact, so long as the endpoints are fixed, I can do paired notation. And if it turns out that, you know, entering and, or rather, the inbound versus the outbound are different, then I can color code them according to what pen color I write it in. But I just need to be able to note, probably basically doing green bacon wavy lines, which walls have this, this teleport effect. And then I can note them in a pairwise fashion, basically, and hope that that works. Which also means that it's the last sort of layer of things to be included here. If it turns out that there's a more complex system, well, I'm not going to overthink that until or unless that becomes a problem. Is kind of the point that I'm at on that. But yeah. Let's see, we have a one-way door there. That's... Which way is that door? Cool. That's an outbound only. But yeah. I do think about the notation though, Magus. That was one of the things when I was starting to do these that evolved pretty quickly was the need to come up with good notation. The other thing that we're starting to do is because some of the place names are or whatchamacallit, spoilers. What we're going to start doing with a bunch of these backside things is we still have unique 2-letter designation options. Ah. See, the video of Molly exploded on the internet because the YouTuber who posted said video retweeted it. I got you. No, we're going to start using 2-letter designations here. So, for example, Gate of Illusion would be GI. Twin Labyrinths, TL. Makes sense? Makes sense. So, I'm starting to do this with some of the backside stuff. Especially since... I don't know what I'm going to do, whether they're going to wind up being spoiler-free enough, or limited spoiler enough to be, you know, used as a reference by anyone else. I don't know at this point. Probably not. But we're... Just in case someone who is at a comparable point to where I am, happens to look at things, I'm gonna be using the initial designations. So for example here, this entrance goes to the Temple of Moonlight. So this is going to be TM. I want to do that so that we limit accidental spoilers for people who are curious. That said, they shouldn't be looking at maps if they're playing blind, but you know. Look, I can't help them at that point, other than to limit some of the stuff. I will say, one of the things about this area that gets me is the demented looking eyes of the faces, because this is the flip side of the Gate of Guidance. You couldn't tell. What with those faces and everything. But yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to tidy up this map later, I think. My head's not quite in it right now, I don't think. Which is okay. Because, see, part of this is about just helping... Like, the whole map process helps me internalize a lot of this stuff. We're just gonna note this sequence of pedestals because... Something tells me that's gonna be a pain in the butt puzzle. Okay. Do we have the major features of this room? Almost. Thicken this wall a little bit. Got that. Cool. And like I said, we're not going full on and noting the bacon walls yet. By the way, yes, it's canon, we're calling them bacon walls. Why are we calling them bacon walls? Because the wavy, weird aura over those walls. Once again, the 2 levels up from where I am right now on this screen is an example. We're gonna treat this as a camera. Hey, Wise Feet! Welcome on in. How are you doing today? I know we were supposed to hang out and chat the other day, and I ended up out until midnight with my friend. I am a dunderbutt. But yeah, welcome on in. Oh man. And yes, Magus, because bacon is awesome and teleporting is awesome. So the wall that's the left side of the wall that's 2 levels up from me, right now where I'm jumping, we're calling those bacon walls. Those are teleports. So this is still the entrance of illusion. Oh man. You told me about Dear Evan Hansen. I need to... So that's on the list of things. So I'm gonna be out of town again this weekend. I've been totally remiss in checking out Dear Evan Hansen. However, the reception when I'm driving this weekend is gonna be really crummy for significant enough chunks of it that I can't always be in voice. So what I'm planning on doing is making sure that I have that the soundtrack and everything downloaded and saved locally on my phone so that I can listen while I'm on my way to the tundra. Although it's not quite cold enough to be called the tundra this time of year. I'm going north. But no. You'll sing every song for me? Do I need to hold you to this? No, I know I don't need to hold you to it. Heck, I've heard you break into a bunch of the tunes from Hamilton. No, I trust that you can break into song and serenade me. Need be. Got a good voice too, I will say. But yeah, no, we are slowly working. Okay. To be fair, no one has the voice to sing everything that they want to. Unless they're Freddie Mercury, and Freddie Mercury just... look. You know, him, I just blanked on the guy. Trying to remember his name. Colm Wilkinson? The guy who originated the role of Valjean for Les Mis. Like, unless you have a voice that's got the crazy flexibility that they do, like, you can't sing everything that you want to. At least not in the given range. Which, I mean, it bites on the one hand, but it also can sometimes give you the opportunity to make it your own. Oh. 24601? Mm-hmm. There's a song you've been working on called Words Fail, which could be considered more of a monologue song. Monologue songs, you know, don't write them off. I mean, shit, bring him home. I mean, that's a prayer, monologue, whatever you want to call it, in its own way. It doesn't take away from the haunting beauty of it. Okay, so platforms are continuing from the other room into here. Yeah, my scaling is a little off today, which is unfortunate, especially since, you know, doing a mapping stream. But I'm better off here than with the angles that you get in the Temple of Moonlight, because they're, oh. You've been working on your fake crying? You may not be physically able to, but you can sort of make it sound like you can. So one of the guys who, the lead, my high school, one of the years that I was in pit orchestra, did Les Mis. And the lead said that his trick for bringing him home for that was towards the end of it, stare directly into the spotlights. Stare directly into them. Because he realized that he could get enough of a sheen going in his eyes and catch the light, so that basically the front half of the theater could see, yeah, the appearance of tears in his eyes. It might be that tricks like that can help you out some. You know, basically sometimes it's about getting creative using what you have at your disposal, and if you're talking about something that's in a stage setting, then you have the lights for the most part. Except when you don't, but well, the way I see it, if you're the only person who's singing on stage, if you're the only, you know, if you are the focal point, there's gonna be lights on you generally. Just, you know, principles of staging and presence. And just how you stage things. So sometimes it's making use of that. Theater may not be my background, but what's VC Overflow meant to be for? So that's for if some reason someone is in voice chat and is unable to speak. You know, maybe their roommate is in and they don't want to disturb them, or, you know, maybe they're in a really noisy environment, things like that. Basically, if you're in a situation where you want to be able to interact with the folks in voice, but you can't speak, then it gives you somewhere to talk. It's also, if you get to really, really populated voice chats, it can be great for side conversations. Or if, you know, say someone is reading aloud in the voice chat, it lets people talk about it without being disruptive. So it's sort of... It's a way of making the communication more accessible, is a lot of what it boils down to. Good question, though. I appreciate questions like that. I'm mapping very slowly today, but... So, this week when I was out of town, I was, one of the things I was doing was participating in a bunch of medical studies. I participated in a study when I was a kid about the inheritability of ADHD. And since then, the institution in question... Is there a place for general cool media that doesn't seem to fit in the existing spaces? So, depending on the nature of it, you can chuck it in general or in generally clips and vids. You'll note in clips and vids you get sharing of GIFs and stuff as well. But no, it's basically, to some extent, general encompasses anything that doesn't have another place to be. Sometimes we wind up with, like, I know Magus was sharing a lot of clips and stuff in general. So when I did the overhaul on the Discord, I made sure to include a clips and vids channel because there was very clearly a need for it. And since then, he's not the only one who's been posting there. So who knows? It might be that you highlight a need that I should fill in tweaking things in the future. So let's see. So YSB says, this song, it's tricky because the character Evan's supposed to be a sort of, I feel like I'm not worth anything guy, so his mannerisms tend to be twitchy and chin lowered type thing. The hard part though is the story before, as the character building his confidence and eventually crushing it right before this song. It's a challenge to develop that sense of, if I had it all and I lost it right off the bat, it's my fault, and do the song. Nah, basically, it's when in doubt, check start here. If start here doesn't have a clear indication, you can ask for clarification or just go for general. I'm not super draconian on this. The only thing that I'm even remotely close to draconian about is the no NSFW content thing. It's one of those things where I want stuff to be... I want people to be able to open my Discord at work and not run into problems. It's part of it. That's about here. Right? Or is that a little bit off? No. I hear staged. I will have to say, at least if I'm going to be spending a lot of time in an area today while mapping, it's got good music. That is a Kitsune plush, you see. Oops. We also have a bunch of other plushes and stuff kicking around. Like, there's the Sorry, I just realized I'm facing away and still didn't modulate my volume. I've also got the Cerberus in back. Yeah, no problem. You do what you need to do, YSP. But yeah, I've got a bunch of plushes here, some of which I made, some of which I didn't. Picked up over the course of years. But yeah, I actually just picked up some more of them from my parents' place the other day. So, we've got things like the Shaman up here. Picked up a couple more of the ones that I made. No, just gotten more of them here. But yeah, it's good stuff. Let me see. We've got... Oh. No, I have fun with my plushes. The Kitsune that you noted is one of the limited edition runs that Squishables does. That's also where I got the full-size Cerberus. They don't have the full-size one in stock anymore, but last I checked, they have a mini one, so the size of the kitsune. Give me one sec, I think I have a thingy. Aw. Sounds like Stage is tired today, so he's gonna go curl up and rest for a bit. Which, to be fair, we were up later than we should have been last night. Nah, they're awesome, and they're also, like, perfect hugging size. Both the mini ones and the full-size ones are different kinds of hugs. But absolutely fantastic. Oh, Staged was a trainer today. Ah. Hey, 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 Ender! Welcome on in! But nah, we were working on mapping today. I was also talking some earlier about what all this week looks like. Also, I'm waiting with bated breath. Oh, I also say hi to Ent. Have you guys been gaming and streaming and stuff? Ent and End. Got a ring to it. Just as long as it's not the end of the Ents. Wow, I'm making... Okay. We're just nerdy joke territory. It's all good, it's just... I'm sitting here like, really? Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I might need to clean up this map later. We need the spikes noted. But no. I know I've been talking a bunch today about stuff that's been going on. What all's been up with you guys? What is new? What fun things have been going on? My scaling is slightly off. Okay, I think that's about good. Am I smudging things today? Oh dear. That's what I get for not paying attention. Your Discord just shot the bed? Oh. Rip. Ow! How did I not get hit? Come here. I killed it. Let me check and see which tablet this is. Because, remember we switched over to, forgot to note. That one, didn't I? This is tablet B. I'm gonna throw that in there. Oh, like just completely froze and had to go in and kill the process? Oof! That's no fun. I don't like it when Discord does that. I forgot something in this room. So guys, when I forget a tablet or something, just sit there and chat and go, yo dingus? Yo dunderbutt? Okay. So yeah, we're still working on... Ow! They just jump straight up sometimes. Okay. And yeah, like I said, this is one of those bacon walls. So the far side of this wall is a teleport dealio. So that's just something to note. Let me see. Where's this relative to? Okay. And yeah, I'm really glad that we have good music at least for this. Yep. Yeah. That's about right. And Stage says that the Discord freezing thing happens to him all the time, but this is one of the things that we're going to note is important. It sounds like Rogue Legacy? Almost, yeah. So, there's a couple of tablets elsewhere that reference the Sacred Lake and the Sacred Lake, which has me thinking that this is going to be important. Now, we've learned basically that in llama-llama, or la-mulana, everything is important. Everything matters. And posted in Discord? Oh dear. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I am definitely gonna have to take a look at this in a while. Malu Mama? Llama-llama? There's little people in the tablets here. Llama, llama, llama. So this is the Sacred Lake of the Sky. Also, we're going to check one thing really quick to see if there's going to be any hidden things. So what we've determined, based on other stuff and based on looking at the manual, is that basically an area is comprised of 20 rooms. Because it can be recombined into a 4x5. Llama dance. Let me see. Is it gonna... Yeah! So, one of the things that we had happen is there was an awesome moment on stream a couple weeks ago where a hedgehog got stuck on top of one of the faces in the Temple of the Sun. So, thanks to the combined efforts of several community members, we have a GIF emote. On BTTV, it's Llama Dance. And, I adore it. So, it's pretty beautiful, TBH. But, So the trick with BTTV stuff is, that one, case matters, and two, if you have BTTV installed for, or as it's a browser extension that applies just to Twitch stuff. If you install the extension and then enable GIF emotes and then add it through BTTV to your stuff, you can use it. Which I love. I was a little disappointed when I realized that I knew this beforehand, it's just I'd forgotten that it would be the case, is in Discord, in order to use GIF emotes, you have to have Nitro. So, that's a bit of a bummer. But I've done what I can to try and make it as accessible as possible. Because I know I love it, and it's fantastic, and... Aw! Thank you so much, Nightfall! Thank you so much! Aw. Damn, the support today is really... Y'all are amazing. Well and truly. Here, here. I might quibble with you a little bit on it being the best way to show support Nightfall, but the only reason I quibble on that is because there's one thing that's better that I can think of. And that is talking to other people about the cool thing, the cool content and stuff that you enjoy. People underestimate the power of word of mouth. But heck, it's part of how I found basically all the streamers that I follow. Aww! Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Ender. Staged. Staged. Don't make me find a new co. Like, don't make me find a new co. Actually, no. You know what? Stage, you're replaced. I have a new co. All we have to do is have, make silly faces in the background, and, let's see, make silly faces in the background. I can make silly puns on behalf of them. Let's see. Probably less ticklish. Oh no! New co. So you're out of a job, Staged. What are you gonna do about it? Except I thought I was the Porg. I'm trying to think if there's any way I can get him set up here. Like, in a box. Because my desk is close enough that maybe. Yeah, I just need a box like right here. Why not both? I mean, I could refer you to multiple clips. Let's see. I would prefer a co that didn't have the most anemic dabs in the existence of the internet. Let's go with that as a reason. Let's see. His book club recommendations were not quite right. No. Stage severed head could be a suitable platform for the Porg. Wow. Wow. I mean, this is when I point out SNDP, strict no dying policy. But, yeah, no. Let's see. We're gonna keep going with this. Get this. Because it occurs to me that I'm doing a very diligent job mapping-wise. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm doing a diligent job mapping-wise. I am eventually gonna have to set the Porg down. Just because, my arm is telling me that I am more out of shape than I give myself credit for. It's also just kind of awkward. Explains the look in the Porg's face. But no, I'm gonna... The Porg looks like he's in distress. I think that he's got stage fright. The Porg looks like the one that sits there and is chattering at Chewie in Last Jedi. Yep. Stage fright. This is the quality content that you guys are here for. Totes. But yeah. Nah. We're settling into a good groove. I know, let's see, I was talking Oh! I was telling you guys about being a lab rat earlier. So, I was talking about this earlier. Pro streamer. So... So let's see. When I was a kid, I participated in a couple studies, mostly involving things like the inheritability of ADHD. Which, fun fact, spoiler alert, if you didn't know, hi, I have ADHD. But I participated in a bunch of studies as a kid. And over time, I've continued participating in studies through the institution in question. All sorts of cool stuff. So I was participating in a few studies last week, so I got... Yeah, that included things like having an MRI done, while I'm doing tasks and whatnot. It's pretty fun being a lab rat, not gonna lie. They always have fun with the interviews, though. Turns out, one thing we've learned from stream, Kitty doesn't shut up. That gets no better IRL. But so, we've got... So I was doing stuff like that, and what else was going on? I mentioned that I got to visit with my cat at my parents' place. And let's see, what else did I hung out with some awesome friends. But... Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm trying to figure out how that area is working there. But no, it's brain. So that's that level. Okay. So everybody has ADHD. No. So I was doing studies, though, and, which is part of why I was out of town for as much of the week as I was. It's because of participating in those studies. I had to head back anyways for other reasons as well, so just sort of an added bonus at that point. My philosophy's always been that scientific advancement doesn't happen without things like data. And I'm more than happy to help out with that. That's... Shit, it's sort of the same umbrella under which, I tell stories. It's maybe... there's... Yeah, my fair share of privilege, but also my fair share of struggle and stuff in life. And if offering that up to others can help maybe improve the world a little bit, or improve our understanding of the world, or anything like that, that's cool. Like, it was funny because in the course of the interviews and stuff, I ended up talking a lot actually about some of my life philosophies. I've always sort of understood that they synergize for me, but I didn't necessarily realize the extent to which until I tried to start explaining and talking about each one in turn. Because I kept on not being able to talk about one without talking about others. It's an interesting thing to start thinking about in terms of, like, what defines you? What do you believe in? What do you stand for, to some extent? It's interesting stuff to think about, and I don't know. As a kid, I ended up... Me being self-reflective isn't anything new, TBH. But, I've spent a lot of time thinking about what it means for me, and some of the greater, questions and impacts and stuff. What do I want to be putting out into the world? Being mindful. Something that I care a lot about. I don't want to just sit there and I want to teach. I want to understand. I want to learn. And man, one of the things that I've sort of always thought of is, if talking about the stories I have and the experiences I've had and all these things, if any good can come of it, if it means that someone else makes a different mistake, because we're always going to make mistakes, right? That's a given. That's life. We are imperfect. The things we produce are imperfect. And that's all okay. But I want to do my best. And I want to try and make the world a little brighter for it. I'm not speaking as fluidly now, I understand, but part of that is that I'm multitasking, and I will admit to that not being my strong suit. Ironic for someone who streams. But no, I try and be mindful of what I put into the world. It's not sad, strictly. I think of it more as melancholy. There's been some stuff going on in network that I'm a part of, and one of the things that's been on my mind lately is there's been a shift in direction, which is fine, and I've always understood that it would come, but the way things are actually panning out, I've described it as it feels like the soul of it is gone or compromised somehow. And it's had me in a really pensive sort of mood and self-reflective. Long drives can also do that to me. Get me thinking a lot about what's going on inside my own head. Answering questions of, I'm the sort of person who sits here and will ponder not just thoughts, but how I'm thinking about them. I'm a fierce idealist. And to me, the means matter at least as much as the goal. And I'm not just gonna take the easy way out or do something just because it's expedient, or because it's, especially if it's taking advantage of others. I'm not gonna do that. I refuse. I want to make sure that, all my works are going to be flawed to some extent, because I'm flawed. That's fine. I'm human. Goes with the territory. But that doesn't mean that I have to accept compromising my principles. And I'm not talking about things like, I'm not talking about some of the, I would say, I'm trying to think of a good way to put this, because it's, have you ever watched when someone gains more power in an organization, in any entity really, in a business even, in a friend group. Someone gains more power. And yeah, you expect people to change over time. People are functions of time. That's fine. But have you ever watched the nature of the change and had it rub you the wrong way? Yeah, they say absolute power corrupts absolutely. But the fact of the matter is that it doesn't even always take absolute power. It just takes enough. And that threshold is different for different people. You know, it's one of many aspects of understanding that have, you know, that lead to some of my commentary regarding most people in office. Not going further on that because politics. No, I agree with you. It's one of the reasons why an understanding of it's so for if you start thinking about things like social engineering, right? It has a really bad sort of rap because it comes down to, you know, how to manipulate people. But the fact of the matter is that the principles there are not in and of themselves bad. In fact, they can be used to effect great good. We got to be mindful of it. You got to understand the potential to cause harm. You got to be very mindful of that. Making sure that you avoid hurting folks around you. Making sure that you're not compromising your core ideals because of focusing on, you know, a goal to the exclusion of how you get there. No, it's... I will admit to having a certain amount of melancholy lately over sussing out questions and stuff, figuring out what I want to do. Not, you know, streaming is on the table, absolutely. But it's taking a look at the how. Yeah. And as much as I do things like try to build scalability into my work, I understand there's a point that I can't scale past. Not without completely changing the model and compromising a lot of the connections I make. So, you know, those are questions I think about. There's a lot of stuff that I think about. But no, it's, you know, you can see it. You know how, have you ever talked with someone who has familiarity with someone like a streamer? You know, from the very start. You know, who is loyal since basically, you know, early on. Who talks about how the person changes as they gain a follower base. As they get bigger. Or hell, have you ever watched someone do that? I don't ever want to... Let's put it this way. The only way that I really readily see myself considering stopping streaming is if I recognize that I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. I talk about wanting to make the world a brighter place, wanting to share, share the things that I love and I'm excited about, and to foster a warm community, to help people feel a little less alone. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why. But if that stops being the reason for doing it, if it becomes about the, in particular, if it becomes about perpetuating my own platform to, to the exclusion of other considerations, or that becomes the primary consideration, no. I'm out. That said, I see that being a long way off, if ever. And an awareness of it also naturally helps arm one against it. It's one of those things where mindfulness... I know plenty of people who complain about, you know, when I start talking about things like taking personal responsibility. What's going on? Being the agent of change that you want to see. Of upholding the values you claim to espouse. I know that there's a lot of folks that rail against that, and I've been interacting with a bunch of them. It sucks to watch something that you believe in shift, to still believe in the core ideals, to understand that, you know, utopias don't exist. That's fine. But to watch it lose its soul, to lose the spark that drew you to it, it's hard. No. It might come across as sad, but I would describe it more as melancholy. A yearning for something past. Something that cannot be. Or at least, yeah. Change is important. Oh. Forgot about that. Okay. Fun fact that I didn't realize the other day. That drops you just into the upper portion of the same room. How are we gonna note this? I think like this. Oh, I forgot a ladder. Whoops. Nah. There's a certain melancholy that I've been feeling. But I'm doing what I can. We're just gonna put a little star and a little star to indicate that those are connected. I'm not gonna note that in pen. I'm gonna just indicate the path. So let's see, the tablet down there is the one about the fool becoming a wise man, etc. And then this is D. See, we are slowly working on this. As I wax eloquent on assorted issues that... This is still the Fool's Confusion corridor. But nah. I've been very pensive lately. It's not a bad thing. It's just... I wish it was for better reasons. I've thought about doing that. I'm saving the letter designations for this area for the bacon walls. Here, this one's a pretty simple connection, so I'm not too concerned about that one. But yeah, for some of the other stuff, it's definitely... Yeah. The other thing is I'm trying to plan things out somewhat as I go so that I have room for all the annotations. Here we go. Fool's Confusion Corridor. But yeah. I'm a little tired today. I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't help with the melancholy thing. A lot of the stuff that's... Yeah, I know that at the start of January, I talked with y'all about just how, yeah, January into February could be a really rough time of year for me. And I'm on the upswing. It's just, I've got other stressors kicking around that I wish I didn't have to deal with, is the long story short. But yeah. Regardless. Whatever my doubts are regarding, entities outside of here. Regardless. I'm not going anywhere. And in fact, we've got some cool things that we're going to be working on. I know I promised y'all ages ago a Rogue Legacy race that got delayed. And the idea was never... The idea was never discarded. It was mothballed for a while. Put into storage. But we're dusting that idea off now. And we're going to be getting rolling on doing that. That's going to be a new file race. I know we've got at least 3 of us in on it thus far. And if anyone's interested, please hit me up. Like, we're looking to make that a cool thing. And I've also got... I know I talked last time... Was it last time or was it the time before? I think it was the Rogue Legacy stream 2 weeks ago. I also started talking about how we're going to be looking at doing a... we're going to be looking at doing a Hell Kitty Relay. Which is basically going to be terrible games done by a group of folks for charity. You go retreat and do what you need to do. Thank you so much, Ender. And see you later in the week. So, we've got a bunch of good stuff going on with that, though. And let's see. We've also got... What else off the top of my head? We're going to be doing the reading nights in my Discord. First one of those is actually... So I know that before, we had staged, reading a phone book, plus a few other things the one day. But I'm actually making, reading night a thing. So I'll be starting to read a book aloud in voice. And we'll keep going weekly till it's done. And then we'll go from there. It's gonna be fun. I've picked out the Book Thief, the first book. There's another one I was thinking of originally, but I had, quite frankly, forgotten about the existence of the Book Thief, and it's amazing. I love the descriptions in it. So... No, we're gonna be doing that. And what else? There's a whole bunch of stuff that I've got slated over the next 4 to 6 months that we're gonna be spooling up. Stage and I are working on a talk show. That's one that's probably gonna wait until the summer to really kick off. But that's gonna be fun, so you get more of the crazy antics. He's usually my co for the la-mulana streams, at least the exploration ones, because he did a playthrough of la-mulana last summer, a blind playthrough, and now I'm doing a blind run, but he's heckling me. And these maps are contributing to my blind run. We discovered the truth about Eden last stream, which was almost 2 weeks ago, because I was out of town last week. But it's a good deal. Yeah, some of these little blocked off chambers are pretty clearly teleport wall funsies. The bacon walls. Yeah, that name's gonna be canon. We're calling them bacon walls. I know I've said this, but I just need to reiterate, because we got exploded by that chest last week, or 2 weeks ago. That was fun. I entered Eden and activated everything and had the big reveal, and then I was going through. I became a wise man very quickly, and then I went boom. Because I didn't back off and make sure that I saved. I was just pushing. I got greedy. I'm sure nobody here can identify with that at all. Just the times when you push, get a little bit greedy, and wind up losing progress because you got dead. Okay. So, pushing still. Let's see. Yeah, and these are the bacon walls that I was talking about. You see the little haze? So we're gonna be checking those out in a bit. Yep, I'm a dingus. And this is still the Fool's Confusion corridor. So the hard black boundaries that are done with the marker are between rooms of different names, or rather bordering a room of a particular name. There's an upside down door there. There's this. If they turn this whole area upside down, I'm gonna be like, what? So, we have a very sleepy Lameza today. But that's how mapping streams go. So yeah, I know I asked this earlier. Like, what all's going on with y'all? What's new in the week and a half or so since I last got to hang out with everyone? Being out of town bites. I felt so wrong on Tuesday and Wednesday. Like, I was sitting there driving on Tuesday, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be streaming. Flip the table. Put it back. I don't mind the table flipping. But you gotta put the table back. What did that poor table do to you? One thing that's interesting with this area is, so we've had areas with platforms, you know, that extend across. You don't have the thing for that saved? See, this is why we can't have nice things. Because I bump the mic while I'm telling you off. Nah. I always give people guff if they do the table flip. And tell them they better put it back. But yeah. So the platforms in some areas extend past, in a lot of areas actually, extend from room to room. But this one is particularly... This one's particularly bad about it. I probably should have used a straight edge for demarcating a lot of these platforms. Just because something tells me that I'm gonna make someone twitch over this. It's all good though. By the way, to folks who might be lurking, this is a mapping stream day, but Wednesdays are when I do my exploration heavy runs, and as I was saying earlier, that's when Staged Games joins me to heckle me as I work my way through the ruins. We've done a lot of good stuff in the past few weeks. I broke the cipher for the tablets that the glyph reader doesn't translate. We broke that cipher. What else have I done? We've beaten a bunch of bosses. I'll show you actually really quickly. Because it occurred to me that I haven't shown this yet today. This is what we have in terms of items and everything. So we've gotten 3 of the seals, picked up some new items and stuff. We've got some theories for some things. We got the laptop upgrade. Got software. That fireball's gonna hit us. But it's gonna wait a few minutes. So, no, we've got some good stuff going on with that. If you want to catch up, I have a YouTube archive. I believe that the link is available in the panels. We've got... So the main nights are on Wednesdays. This is a bonus mapping stream. I think what else? That led to the Pear Door, which is Graveyard of the Giants. Or Graveyard of the Giants is my typo in my notes stands. I'm leaving that one. I just noticed Graveyard of the Giants. GG. GG Nobri. I feel bad laughing at my own joke like that. That wasn't a particularly good one even. Why am I... Anywho. Take a little bit of a drink. Nah, we just be chilling. We got some good stuff going. And... I'm trying to think if I have any particularly good stories on tap. There's a couple stories that I have that admittedly, saving some of them. I have to say, Kelvin, I love all the emotes you have on tap. Like, I don't think you've ever put a bad emote in chat here. Like, your collection is impressive and I love it. And I'm totally not a little bit jealous. But yeah, no, we've got good stuff here. I don't know if that tablet has writing on it. Yeah, come on. Yeah. I just took a lot of damage. Face tanking. What of it? Sharp Cheer is awesome. Sharp Squeak. Aww. So, let's see. We've got, this is the chapel. Who's getting hitched? Not me. Chapel. We're most of the way through what we can access, I think, other than bacon doors. Or bacon walls. So, once we write down, or rather draw this room, I'm going to start investigating some of the bacon walls. We're going to at least, I need to pick up a green pen still. But I'm going to figure out at least what all leads where. I think that all the ones that are readily accessible I went through on last stream. So if I accidentally discover new things, I am so sorry. I would not be surprised if there's fake walls everywhere, though, in this. Like, I'm completely expecting just, you know, trying to get somewhere and having to walk through a completely normal wall. Then again, that was a gate of guidance trick. So... I hope the faces don't matter in this one. Because, they're really demented looking. And there's 3 tablets in this room. Okay. This is just interesting taking a look at the room configs. I know I'm gonna, even if I'm beating my head against something that, you know, doesn't want to let me progress yet, I'm gonna wind up spending more time here beating my head against the Gate of Illusion on Wednesday. That said, we are going to be stopping at least by the Gate of Guidance because I think I figured out the offer 3 lights to the heavens. And I also think I have some sense as to what is in the chest. So, here's a spoiler for folks. So the Gate of Guidance. In the Heavenly Temple of the Cross is where the note about offer 3 lights to the heavens is. And there's a chest that we haven't been able to open. There's only one thing we have thus far that fires up. That thing is the flare gun. While I don't show it there, also, there's now an open area above the thing. Which means that... And it looks like it has 3 things that I can hit with flares. I think. Maybe? I don't know. But I'm guessing it's 3 flares. Offer 3 lights to the heavens. The other thing is, note that the name of that room is the Heavenly Temple of the Cross. I've come across tablets elsewhere referring to a crucifix. I don't know if that's as in, like, a place, necessarily, or an item, but I think it's an item. The problem with my notes is that I don't actually list the difference between some of the things that are referring to objects versus just names versus runes. Because there's different colors of text in some of these tablets. I don't have that. I just have whether it was indicated as important. But looking at it, I would guess that there is a cross or crucifix item in that chest. Or possibly something that leads very directly to such an item. So yeah, that's going to be one of the things that we are testing on Wednesday. That was really bad. I think I might need to switch the let out in this. That was a good lead for shading, not for precision. Was it directly under? Yeah, some of my notation here is not as clean as I usually like. There's a block there, which very clearly is going to have to be placed in that receptacle under this ladder. There we go. And then we have 3 tablets in this room. 1 dead center. Come on, red pen. You can do it. If the red pen dies, I'm going to be very sad, because I really do need this one. But no. I've had about 2 weeks to think on a bunch of this stuff, though. And I redid the Gate of Guidance map as well. Before I left town last week. So... I need to investigate further to see about the chunk that's there. Sorry, should point using more precise implement. The block-looking thing there. It looks like there's a wall. Maybe? We're gonna mark a wall there for the moment. I don't know about the block-looking stuff on either side of it, though. Okay, and that's the chapel. Oh yeah, and I forgot to note, there's an upside down shop door thing there. Okay. I'm looking for any bacon doors. Ow! I'd rather take the hits off of that than accidentally blow up. What was this deal? Okay. There's a bacon wall up there, and there's bacon wall on either side of this one. You? Great emotes? Never! So yeah, that's a bacon wall, and it's only on the one side of the wall. No, never. Could never be. Trying to think of how to note these at the moment. I'm really wishing that I'd gotten that pen. Is the coast clear? You know what? I'm not gonna use green. I'm gonna use orange. So the squiggly indicates that that side of the wall has bacon. Your emotes are just beautiful. Okay. Now I need to get around to up there. Cool. Hey, I killed him without taking damage. Woo! Possible signs of getting good? Never. That takes me to there. That was this one to there. The fool will never find his way. That's tablet E. Okay. We also have some other bacon walls in this room. This one. This one. This one. Snark. Okay. That one. There's a lot of them in this room. Okay, so we are entering the part of the stream where it is possible that I wind up making progress. Accidentally. Just in the course of trying to map this. Okay, really quickly, we're gonna check Oh, bugger. You guys remember what I was saying about the directionality? Okay. Shit. Okay. What this just told me is that our mapping task is more complex than I'd hoped. So we are now officially at the just flailing around to check things out phase. What? There's gonna be some sort of rhyme or reason to this. I just don't know what or where. That was an out. That is not a... Oh... Ever-loving bloody son of a fuck. Well, folks... Oops, I didn't mean to just walk off of that. Did that just fall into the pit? Hey, the jumping rat things can fall into pits. Dear God. The bacon walls are not as simple as would be ideal. We're in the entrance of illusion. I think this is just gonna lead right back up, yep, to there. And that's it blocked off. I think we tried this before. Oop, that was... assholes. Kinda need to kill an enemy or two now, just to... see if I can get a heal. Yeah, this is not gonna be easy. That's a bacon wall. Okay. I will admit to being at a minor loss. Maybe a major loss. How the crap to deal with that? And of course, no enemies are gonna drop. Oh. Oh! Welcome on in! Hey, poets! Thank you so much! I'm a little speechless at the moment because I'm trying to figure out what to do with our map, because we just discovered that if you look 3 levels up from me right now, the wall is shimmering. The bacon wall, as I'm calling it. They don't connect in a sane fashion. So we're trying to figure out how to deal with that. But no, welcome on in! Lurking's no problem. Let's see, we probably got Fakey here right now. And the respirator? Oh man. Oh man. Now, welcome on in. Pleasure to have y'all here. And Oh man, it just occurred to me. I have not been hanging out with y'all nearly enough. I need to get better about that. I've been a little busy, in and out of town, all sorts of things like that. Boy. I really need to heal. Oh wait, I just realized I'm not that close to a heal. Hold up, we're gonna dip. Oh man. I'm trying to think. How do we deal with bacon walls? I don't know. I'm gonna take I know that some of y'all just got here. I need to take a quick breather. I'm gonna go put some tea on. And then I will be right back. Actually, I'm also gonna check on, Stage, probably. Because he's napping. So. I'll be right back. It'll be like 3 minutes. So, I'll be right back. And we are back. Silly faces and all. No, that's not a porg. What are you talking about? Turns out Stage is very tired, but... okay. We're gonna give a shot at trying to figure out these bacon walls. You're not back, you're your respirator. Trying to brain the most efficient way to... yeah, dropping here. Dang it. Is this the way? No. That's not the way I wanted. Oh, damn. Okay. 2 weeks away did help with things like my movement. Jumping into the sun. I want to check that out, but I shouldn't. Because, yeah. Today is a mapping stream. So, today's goal, weirdly enough, is not to make progress. Instead, the goal is to map the ruins, so that when it comes time to do stuff later, you know, I know my way around. And I have a reference for things. Whee! I'm getting better at commuting, though. I just love the music here. So there's a wall there that's clearly blocking something. We've got the little bacon wall down there. It's probably going to be a point of entry. I need to get to a bacon wall so we can start futzing around. It's a technical term. Oh, I literally walked into that. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay, so that just led me out of that completely. I'm trying to think. Yep, drop through there. So... cool. Got a bacon wall. Okay. I walked into the bat again. Let's try this one. No? Just going into the same one produce the same result. Yes. Hey, 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 Cherry. Welcome on in. We've been working on mapping stuff out. I am currently working on trying to figure out what the relation is with these teleportation gateways. Anywho, how are you doing today? Oh my god. Old school map. Yup. That's not a new spot. With this game, it's kind of critical to get a lazy off day. Ah. I am... Really... Yesterday I had a lazier day. Because I got back from being out of town. Oh! These guys hurt. And that one's dead. No, I took a chill day yesterday because I got back from out of town, and I got back pretty late on Saturday and everything, and I was just tired. Trying to get a sense for if there's anything else that we can really do here. At least at the moment. Because basically, I've gone through what I have access to for now. Pending other puzzle solving. It's interesting trying to see what, like, has stuff behind it. Everything where. Yeah. Get me through the wall. So, one of the things that I'm seeing is that it looks like some walls have double bacon. Yeah, so we have what we've dubbed bacon walls. So if you take a look at the walls to the left and the right here, you see how there's a shimmer over them? There's this weird sort of, effect. That means that there's a teleportation thing there. But we're calling them bacon walls. Partly because that's how I'm noting them on the map. You see the orange squiggles on some of these, might be a little hard to see because of the color balance. But some of them have bacon walls. So there's one on either side of this wall. There's one here. Ruh-roh. One sec. There we go. Sorry, there was a kettle. Okay. So the middle... Whoa. Yeah, I don't know that we can make anything productive happen off of these right now. I think we need more stuff. It's interesting, though. Like, we've got, like, 8 interconnected walls. And then there's that one, which puts us out there. I really want to go exploring, but I can't right now. Okay. So in that case, what we're going to do is... I think that's what I can do for the Gate of Illusion right now. At least from what I can tell. So what we're going to check out instead is... Dirt. Asshole. So, I mentioned that I have a map that's not quite done yet. We have the Temple of Moonlight. So we've done a lot of this. but so I need to actually finish this map. We've figured out a lot of stuff with this, but we're gonna get a few rooms done on this, and then I think after that we're gonna have to wrap up. So we're looking at like 20-ish minutes or so. Get out of here. What did I get? Oh hi, healing fairy. Right when I was due for a heal. Okay. My luck. Okay. So like I said, we're gonna get a little bit more done here. And then I'm gonna have to wrap up for today. We've got plenty of stuff going on this week though. Because I know I was talking earlier about we've got Rogue Legacy as the regularly scheduled Rogue Legacy stream tomorrow. Where'd my erasure go? There's my erasure. So we've got that scheduled for tomorrow. Stage Games is going to join me for another awesome exploration and progress based la-mulana stream. La-mulana stream, that is, on Wednesday. On Thursday, we're going to be having our first reading night in my Discord. So I'm going to be reading aloud in voice chat. We're going to be starting off with The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. And we're going to watch me butcher German while I'm at it, because I forgot how much random German there is in it. But no, I love it. I think the book is like 10 years old, too. Which means that I first read it right around when it was released, I guess. I'll have to double check that. That'd be funny. But yeah, we've got that going on. I'm going to be out of town again this weekend, but I need to move this over because there's a hidden room that I'm going to have to... No, we've got good stuff going on. We're going to be pushing the Rogue Legacy race and some other projects in the coming months. I got plans. Like, I know I told y'all that the December into February sort of time period is a really rough one for me, but we're on the upswing. We're coming out of it strong. There's a million things we haven't done, but just you wait. Nah. There's a lot cool stuff that's going to be happening. We're going to be bringing to life, and that I want to share with y'all. I know Stage and I are also putting together a talk show that'll probably debut around the start of the summer, if we're lucky. That's about the earliest I'd expect it. There's some other more classified projects that are going on that I will be giving more details about as we, well, make details more concrete, really. I don't want to be sitting here and telling y'all about stuff that isn't ever going to happen. We got the Hell Kitty relay. Yeah, classified stuff. Yeah, no, we've actually wanted to do a talk show for months at this point, and we're finally taking a look at things and think that we can get it set to go. One of the tricks in the interim is that my availability is really kind of messed up because of Kittybard the Secret Holder. No, we've got a bunch of cool stuff going on, and honestly just going to be working on bringing a lot of cool projects to life. Okay, so which tablet is this? I pre-allocated some tablets. So, this is tablet G. But yeah, we've got the Hell Kitty Relay, which we're going to be working on. Which is basically going to be a relay of terrible games. For charity. So we're probably going to be talking... We're going to... I say probably. No, we've already been talking to some folks to see if they're up for joining, and we're going to keep... we're going to keep looking at... folks, keeping an eye out. We're gonna need help with things like planning it, coordinating it, and just feet on the ground running it. But that's gonna be something to expect over the summer. Because we're gonna try and make it as best as work out as best as we can. And I know that was something that we originally talked about, I think, at the end of last summer, but we ran into a roadblock with the original game that we were looking at doing, and Staged Games is original. You can blame How Now Pun Cow for the original concept. He originally asked Staged Games if I think it was if he like donated a certain amount of money, if Staged would do Hello Kitty Online on stream, and it sort of became a thing until we discovered, much to our dismay, that Hello Kitty Online was no longer online. But the name stuck. So, the Hello Kitty Relay. And we're going to work on making it a thing. So that one should be fun. A nice piece of collab work. Which is really fun. Like... One thing that I have definitely been missing over the past couple of months is really getting into some of the cool collab work. I've been wanting to get back into that. And now, yeah, I'm busy for the next couple months. To some extent. Like, my schedule through the end... You always hear it as Hell Kitty? Well... It's the Hell Kitty Relay. It's just that the original idea featured a Hello Kitty game, so... But no, it's... We've got a bunch of good stuff going on. I'm excited. And I know we're getting Staged Games back to streaming. I know he was live 2 or 3 times last week, which I couldn't watch because he was doing la-mulana randomizer stuff. But I hear he's dealing with a really obnoxious seed. It totally isn't evil. Field approach. It's still the moon gazing pit. But yeah, we've got... Shit, we got big dreams, and we're gonna be working on breathing life into them. And I can't wait. But yeah, so this week's gonna be 4 nights of stuff going on, including tonight. And then I'll be one of the things that I'm gonna be working on doing is giving y'all a little more lead time. Heads up on when streams are going to be, including things like bonus streams, especially with how I've been in and out of town. So I'm trying to give you guys stuff a week at a shot. So I know that I posted in my announcements earlier that basically the schedule as it's going to be for the next week or so. So then next Monday you can keep an eye out for fresh schedule. I'm going to try and have Mondays be schedule days. Where I plan, get everything situated. I'll try and let you guys know. Well, I've been letting you guys know sort of what I'm thinking of over time. You know, what we're looking at doing, how we're looking at doing it. So we're going to be continuing with all that, and talking about all the cool stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself on talking about things and stuff, but I'm excited. I want to get back to doing all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, I think I'm more tired than I give myself credit for. So, and it's about right time-wise. So I think, I'm gonna wind up finishing this map off stream, most likely. Just because we've so thoroughly explored this area. And so that stream time basically is reserved for some of the newer areas. Especially since one of the ideas behind doing the mapping streams, besides just having a nice chill hangout while doing stuff for la-mulana, part of the idea with it is that if there's too high of a probability of me discovering new things, I don't want to have more of those moments of like, damn it, discovering things off stream. If I can avoid it. There we go. I'm gonna have to look later and see about using an older version of, or an older file, save file, to get this area accurately, because this one has changed a bunch. This one we've had blocks, you know, disappear and stuff. Nekopara is the stream punishment game of choice, it seems. Nah. We're not gonna do Nekopara. I'm thinking more like... So, have any of you seen the, let's see. I think it was GDQ 2016. They did an Animorphs run. In their, like, terrible games slot. And that was a train wreck. It was beautiful. Like, you know it's bad when they basically go, okay, we're just restarting the run, because, just, it became unworkable. So, maybe not Animorphs, but, doing just some terrible games. Charity. Yeah, because as fun as it is to watch people do, like, terrible things like that, and... Oh, bugger, I put the block on the wrong... Yeah, it's fun to watch people do, like, terrible games and stuff, especially if you got good chemistry going, but when you can do it for charity, like, come on, that's an easy sell. My ladders are crooked. Oops. Okay, so then... I think that there was a wall here. I think that that there was one there as well. Okay. Are we good here? Are we good here? Oh, need to mark the... room name, which is Sealed Approach. And... that... I don't remember where that led to. Not off the top. Well, no, I know... I can see the area that it leads to in my head. I just can't remember the name off the top of my head. So I'll have to grab that later. But yeah. And there's sperm everywhere on the walls, just because... Why not, apparently? Okay. Really? Okay. I was worried that it was going to come down on his head. So we have... Yeah, this will finish off the, I think that's also the top area, the moon-gazing pit, but... Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired. More tired than I gave myself credit for. I think Staged might have had the right idea with respect to napping. Which is weird, because I never nap. That angle's not quite right, but we're leaving it. There we go. We get that. But yeah. Yeah, I'm more tired than I'm giving myself credit for. We're about ready to wrap up, so I'm going to be taking a look in a second, seeing who all we're going to host, because one of the little things that I love is getting the chance to feature others. One of those little things that, yeah, you think of in streaming, or at least some folks might think in streaming that it's all, yeah, me. But for me, one of the little things that I really like about it is getting the chance to talk about the awesome stuff that other people are doing. And featuring some of it, yeah. Say, hey, go check out this cool stuff that someone's doing. There's something about that that really resonates for me. This is just noting the paths of these platforms, roughly. Okay, so if that's the path to the underworld, that means that there's a boundary there. That's not part of the moon-gazing pit, that much I know. Awesome. I think that's where we're gonna leave things today. So... yeah, I'm more tired than I was giving myself credit for. Let me see. Take a look at what folks are doing. Okay. Okay, so just to recap that we've got this bit, so we did these 4 rooms really quickly on the Temple of Moonlight, and we also did Gate of Illusion stuff, and discovered that the bacon walls are going to be way more problematic than I thought they were going to be. I might do a little bit of consideration off stream to take a look at whether whether there's a sensible way to handle that or whether I'm just gonna have to remember it off the top of my head. No, we're totally not back to having the Porg as a co. I think. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll be doing some Rogue Legacy stuff. We've got Stage Games will be joining me on Wednesday for the llama-llama exploration stream. If you want to catch up on that, it's a blind run. I've got a YouTube playlist archive that's available. I believe the link is in my panels. If you want to come join in, we've got a reading night that's going to be happening at about 7 p.m. EST on Thursday. That'll be happening in voice chat in my Discord. We're going to be reading The Book Thief aloud. So I'm looking forward to it. It's fantastic. A couple people have gotten a couple page preview so far, and it looks like it's going to be a really good time. And I think, who are we going to throw this host to? Oh yeah. We're going to throw this host over to a pretty chill guy. I think I've thrown y'all over to him once before. He's doing a first playthrough. He's just starting it today, I believe, of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This is Gracker221. You're going live to hunt soon. Define soon. Define soon. That said, I think... Ah, there we go. Hold that thought. We're gonna send you... Yep, I just saw his live notification come in. So, I'm actually gonna throw you guys, if he's going live. So, Magus Andrus here, and another one of our mods here, Naki, aka Serpent's Tail. They've been doing a lot of really awesome stuff with Monster Hunter World, including like teaming up with some of the bigger YouTubers and stuff for hunt videos, tutorial videos, doing a bunch of really cool event planning sorts of things, and honestly, awesome folks. I know Magus keeps on sharing some of their exploits in my Discord, which has been really fun to watch. Like, definitely recommend checking it out. So, he's starting soon, so it might be a couple minutes before, he's, like, live, but we are going to send you guys over to the Serpent's Tail. So let me just type this in a sec. Typing one-handed with my keyboard in an awkward spot. But yeah, so we're gonna send you guys over there. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being back. I'm gonna go get some tea. I'm gonna go kick stage, and we're gonna get some dinner. And oh hi, tell. We're actually just wrapping up. But we'll be doing la-mulana on Wednesday, if you want to come on in. I've also got an archive of the blind run thus far, available as a YouTube playlist, because I know the first couple episodes are... It's all good. It's... Trust me, that's about how good my timing's been today. So... yeah, that's about how far we've gotten in it. We just did this on stream today. Yeah, the teleporting walls are going to be awful. If you like maps like this, you should also probably check out the Chamber of Extinction map that I did a couple weeks ago. There was a stream that the VOD should still be up for, if you want to check out the actual process on that. And I've also got an Imgur album that's publicly posted that has the other maps that I've done, as well as the Chamber of Extinction one. And my cam is flipping out. It's no problem, Kelvin. Thank you for coming and hanging out. It's been an absolute pleasure. But yeah, so if you want to check stuff out, I've got resources available. The latest news on what's going on, in particular things like the mapping streams that I do. Those notifications, or that stuff is generally announced through my Discord, which there's also links for in the panels. But I'm sorry that we're just wrapping up here. But thank you for coming and stopping by. In any case, so as I said, we're gonna throw the host over to the Serpent's Tail. He and Magus and a couple of others, I think, are gonna be going live for a hunt in Monster Hunter World. And they're an awesome bunch of people to hang out with. So, thank you so much. I had a blast. I'll shut up now, I promise. We're gonna have an awesome week. Anywho, take care, have a good night, and we're gonna throw this over to the Serpent's Tail.